All right, so did you ever see Jakari on some besides him taking the old man? Hold on, when you say he took an old man food, this a old white man, old black man,
Nah,
or
it's an
this,
old black man.
and did y'all have any interactions with this dude at all?
I don't know. If I'm not mistaken, he might have some fucked up charges, but knowing Jakari, he wouldn't
It
give a
wouldn't
damn.
matter.
It wouldn't even matter. Didn't know he had no affiliation. He was making stove 60. I mean, at that time, we can only make stove 40. He was in there about 2 weeks making, he was making stove and he was funny acting. So, you know what I'm saying? You don't belong to nobody, you fool.
But he ain't belong to nobody.
No, so fast forward when he did that, he was already with somebody. But
Oh,
they
okay.
couldn't control him. Jakari still moved the way he wanted to move.
Yeah.
Even without him being GD, he still moved how he wanted to move.
So let me ask you,
That gang shit just happened to fall into his laps. He still was the same person. He was not listening to nothing. He was his own man.
Let me ask you this: the fact that a Crip passed away, did that going back into the chain gang, or does
First
it not?
off, this is my objective on this, and this is how I feel about this.
Okay.
He's white. Don't nobody get. I'm sorry. I don't believe in white gang bang. White people being in black gangs.
But you got some white people that's from the hood. Like you got some white people.
That's 2%, bro. I'm
Okay.
sorry. That's 2%, and
But
I don't
so what
even
if he was
believe
that 2% then?
at the end of the day, this is how I feel about this situation. Them white boys that be a part of white black gangs,
Yeah.
when they go to prison, they go link up with them white boys. If you're a part of a black gang, you black. That's how I look at it. You can't go be with the white boys and the Aryan brother nations and all these white supremacists. You can't be friends with them. You're a part of a black gang. How does that sound? That's my problem with that shit.
Damn, I wonder what's the population of white gang members in the Georgia Department of
Corrections. It's very small, but at the end of the day, and I got into it with this Crip in Jackson during the transition because he was trying to call shot. First off, if you ain't no judge or you ain't got no badge on, ain't no white man finna tell me squat. You better have a check, or I better be working for you.
Yeah.
But as far as gang shit, I'm not listening to no white boy. Period. We not going. I'm not doing that. Y'all can whoop my ass and kill me over my ancestors' grave. That shit ain't happening. So he was trying to call shots, and I told him, I said, he was like, everybody think this shit sweet because I'm white, and I said, nah, I think this shit sweet because your roommate is an Aryan Brotherhood. That's a white supremacist. You're part of a black. You're part of a black gang. You're not even supposed to be talking to him.
And he in the room with him.
And you in the room with him. This man doing tats on you and stuff. Y'all best of friends.
And you having you got black folks getting stuck up. You
see what I'm saying? And then you got the N-word in your mouth.
Oh man. That feel like a violation.
That's just like your homeboy, right? The dude that you said happy birthday to, Brandon.
Oh yeah. I was like, he was here Alto baby.
That's my homie.
Yeah.
When I tell you I've been on this nigga 15 plus, he's the blackest white boy I know. Black baby mama,
right.
Black kid, everything around him is black. But
right.
Guess what? He even cripping. But guess what? That man never will say the N-word. He from the city.
Yeah.
He not saying the N-word. Period.
Can you respect this cripping though?
That's the only white boy I respect cripping. So if he earned that from me though. He earned that.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, who the fuck is this old ass white boy? Like at 18 years old, me and him at Tip Top. My homeboy, my cousin Mike, introduced me and him, and we haven't been the same cell. I'm like, who the fuck this white boy is?
Yeah.
But just sit down and talking to him, I used to like play with. I used to be like, "What going on, nigga?" I used to try to get him to say the word.
He would
like,
never do it.
He would never.
He
He
was on
never
some
bit off
Gary,
that shit.
some Gary Owens type. Like he cool with the black people,
He
but
cool.
he ain't saying
Yeah, he not saying that. That nigga told me. He said, "I never say that." He said, "My son say it now, but hell, he black."
Yeah.
And I said, he said, "But I don't have that to say." And when I sat down there and we had that race conversation, I was like, this nigga cool, he get a pass. This the only if white boys they talk like this, they get a pass.
Yeah.
He get a pass. And he much older than me, bro, like 40 years old.
Yeah, he
like older than me.
Alto together, bro.
And that's the craziest white boy I know. I got plenty of stories.
We ain't gotta share them.
Yeah, we ain't gonna share them.
So you're not respecting the white dude that's in. So did they call you? You're not respecting the white dude that was a Crip that was at Jackson. That was.
I kind of started a little tension. One, I'm a young nigga at this point. I don't even got no rank. Like I probably got 2 stripes. I can't even put nobody in, but I don't give a damn. I ain't listening to no white boy. Y'all got me twisted.
Right.
And at the time, I'm messing with the Hispanics. I got the Hispanics with me.
How? Cause ain't it a line between black gangs and Hispanic gangs?
On my so on my dad's side, it's some Hispanics folks. And the way that shit is if you know somebody, you can manipulate that shit. And the folks that
like
knew,
that dude just asked you, Tony just asked you, was you what he asked you if you was Dominican?
Yeah.
So you a race trader.
No, I'm no race trader. I can be if I wanted to. My middle name Cortez. If I really wanted to,
if you spoke Spanish, you could walk that line, bro.
But I speak Spanish a little bit. I can order my food in Spanish.
Yeah.
I could spit game to a bitch.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I can't when they get to having a whole conversation.
Yeah.
That's pretty much over with.
So you could have been in violation interacting with the Hispanics.
No, I couldn't. Georgia is different.
What you mean?
So in California, they got that whole race divided thing.
Right.
In Georgia, it's all about your games. The only time that race matters is when a race war breaks. But that don't happen enough because niggas ain't doing nothing but killing each other down here. Bro. But in California, they do the whole little black, white, Hispanic, and other. They do that. But down here, bro, it's about your game.
Simple as that.
As simple as that. You can interact with them.
That's wild. Because a white man could, in chain gang, in the game that got some rank, could send black people out to kill other black people.
That's what I don't like about that. That's the definition of slave. Why would I go for that?
That's wild.
Then everybody told me I'm being racist, but I don't believe that you could be racist to a white man. You can be prejudiced, but you can't be racist. That's how I feel. I'm finna let Willie Lynch ancestor tell me what to do? Hell no.
Wild. Let me ask you how you feel about this this big U thing. Or can you speak on it?
Yeah, I can speak on that. Shit, I can speak on it. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how anybody feel. Mm-hmm. He did what he's supposed to do.
What you mean?
If you gonna be in a gang, you supposed to use your power like that if you still in the street. What did he do that was wrong?
This man,
he's a criminal.
This man,
what did he do that was wrong?
He unalived his son best friend who was on the Little League football.
But we don't know that though.
They found his DNA up under his nails.
If I shake your hand, right, and you end up dying, my DNA is under your We don't know that.
Okay, so where
I want the conviction first before I start saying
so
that.
Let's say.
But like the extortion, I'll speak on that. What did he do wrong? You got to realize this nigga was the hardest nigga in it. He has a whole character from Friday made up under him.
Oh, you talking about Debo?
Wrong? Debo is based off of Big U. What did he do wrong? He used his power. He did what he's supposed to do. He took his gang and he made money. What did he do wrong in the gang culture? Tell me. I want to know. In the gang culture, if you a gangbanger, what did he do wrong?
I don't know if because up under gangbanger come a whole bunch of unlawfulness.
Yeah. He didn't listen. And I said it before and I said it again. You can do what the hell you want. There's 2 laws as a gangbanger that you're not supposed to break. Homosexuality and snitching. As long as you don't break none of them rules, you'll be good. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say this. He did kill. He did snitch. He snitched on Eddie Boy. But
oh, who is Eddie Boy?
Eddie Boy is an old rolling 60 members that come after his time. There's paperwork on that. Big U has told, and y'all can get mad at me, but this is public paperwork. But at the end of the day, if you really want to look at it, Big U started this. Big U generation started this. I'ma tell on you, I'm still a hard nigga. What you gonna do to me? They started this shit.
Yeah.
But they don't want us to know that. They want to make it seem like, oh yeah, these young niggas like Lil Woody and all them, they think because they don't did this and that, they could just tell on somebody, and that's what it is. His generation started that goddamn breed. Cause ain't nobody finna, that nigga got the same house he been had. And he was extorting, he was allegedly extorting Shaq, all type of people, Rich Homie Quan. This the list go on and on. What did he do wrong? You coming to his stick of woods. What did he do wrong?
He started a nonprofit in the name of developing options.
Yes.
But
listen to what I'm saying. In the gang culture, not in real life, in the gang culture, he did what he was supposed to do. He took his game, he took his status, and he made money.
And that's all you're supposed to do.
There is no honor among thieves. What did he do wrong? Even though he's 58 years old, you could sit here and say, oh, he's supposed to be doing better than this and da-da-da-da-da. I agree with you. But in a gang culture,
that's what a gang member.
That's what a gang.
So what's the benefit of being or having longevity within the gang? If the end game is not to get out and to prosper where you don't have to keep looking over your shoulder.
But he did something that 98% of gangbangers don't do. He didn't just go out and kill people. He found a way how to make money off his status. That's what a lot of young niggas ain't doing now. I give him his
props?
Yeah.
I'm confused, bro.
Why wouldn't you give him his props? These young niggas are killing for no reason. This man done made millions of dollars. You want to put this, he was even extorting the local businesses. This shit was like a movie.
I know, but I'm saying, okay, let's say he got a whole bunch of money. Where is he at right now?
He's in jail, but like I'm telling you, in the gangbanger mind,
jail is the goal.
No, jail ain't the goal. But what I'm saying, he did what he was supposed to in the gang
as a gangster.
As a gang member. He took his money, he leveraged it, he leveraged his status and all the bullshit he used to do, and he made something with it. And he just became he really Suge Knight. See, Suge Knight is fiction. That's a fictional character. A lot of people don't know, they call Suge Knight Sugar Bear. That's the nigga real name.
They say Suge Knight hung people over the
That's Death Row. Everybody became a gangster in Death Row. When you go back and you look at Snoop Dogg history, you look at Tupac history, I don't know what it was about that name and that label that made all them niggas gangsters. They never was able to get out of character.
So what about Whack 100?
I ain't gonna cap. You can say what you want about Whack. That's a get money ass short nigga. I tell you that much.
Yeah.
But as far as like his character, that wasn't nobody I do business with.
Do you think he got a indictment coming soon or some potential?
Nah, Whack too smart for that. Whack don't do nothing but talk shit about everybody else shit. What do Whack do? That little short motherfucker don't do nothing but talk shit about everybody else and stay on the internet. What is he doing wrong? Whack ain't doing nothing wrong.
So let me ask you about how you feel about so many gang members, real LA gang members, incriminating themselves. So you got Brick Baby, you got Loose Cannon, you got these people coming to platforms and talking about real life laws that have been broken. And now they locked up for them crimes.
At the end of the day, if you want to be a dummy, and OG Percy said this from Texas.
Yeah.
If you want to be a dummy, Go ahead and be a dummy. I'm gonna give you your high five and your props.
You're a dummy.
You're a dummy.
And when they in chain gang, I can guarantee right now, you can go online right now. They still calling in from the chain gang.
Yeah. They still calling in trying to do podcasts. You worry about the wrong fucking thing.
Why is this taking place if you can even speak to that? I don't get it.
At the end of the day, I kind of see what they trying to get some money. They got lawyers and shit to pay for. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, how much of them people really gonna be able to give you off them podcasts? Because them views you get 1 million views in a month. That ain't what, $3,000 like how much am I really going?
I ain't never got no million views.
Yeah, but when you look at it and you add it up, how much can they really give them? You see what I'm saying?
I understand both sides of it, but it would just seem like if talking got me in this situation,
why not shut the hell up?
Why not just shut up?
It goes back to my thing. If you want to be a dummy, be a dummy.
Let me ask you this: do you think Big U had something to do with Nip getting knocked off? If you can speak to that.
I mean, I'm gonna say this: be your own man and do your own research.
Okay. All right.
That's all I'm gonna say. Cause that's a murder. I ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah. What if they charge him for
it? If they charge him for it and he get convicted, I'll talk about it. But I definitely got my own opinion. I'm just waiting. You know, it's not snitching once that person been convicted of it already. Yeah. Then we can come back and we can circle around on that.
Okay. We'll circle around. I'll tell you what my opinion is. Oh, no, it don't really matter. Because I don't know, and I ain't no game member, and I don't be understanding the game. Like, I was told that that I have to stop trying to discourage young people. I can't talk bad about gangs around young people because I'm a Mason. And to speak to that, I think that I'm a searcher of truth. Mm-hmm. And if I understand that to play in this field, to play in this arena is going to be detrimental to you in the long run, bro, I'm going to tell you that shit. I'm going to tell you that.
I don't feel like you saying nothing wrong. Now, the 18-year-old me have a whole conversation with you.
I probably had to shot your ass because you would have been you
But now when I look at it, because I used to get mad when my daddy tell me this, oh, that gang banging. I be looking at him like, you country. Like, but now when I look at it, what is he saying wrong? Everybody locked up and dead in jail.
On their way. Can you speak on Lil Baby?
Yeah, I can speak on that. I don't feel like at the end of the day, when you go back and you look at it, what has Lil Baby really did? The cops just out to have him. If I go shoot a video, first off, I can shoot a video any damn where. When I sat down there, permit. Yeah, and I got a permit. What have I done wrong? These gangs don't own this goddamn neighborhood. This what you call it? That y'all on some Atlanta trying to be on some LA shit. Y'all don't own none of that at all. Like this what I'm like you don't own none of that. You can't tell this millionaire that's best friends with a billionaire Mike Rubin that he can't come over here and shoot no video. What did he do wrong? Whoever shot at him, that shit is on their hands, not his hands.
How strong, I don't know if you can speak on this, but how strong is Goodfellas?
I know a couple of them, but I don't know too much. I will say this. From where I know, them niggas go hard. Yeah. Them niggas go hard. Let me tell you, if I can go back and I had to choose to be in the gang again, yeah, well, I would have chose them. Like them, really? they like a Navy SEAL. Like it don't matter if it's 2 of them up in there and it's 100 bloods. If they gotta do what they gotta do, them niggas, man, listen, I salute to them. They what other gangs need to goddamn be. Them niggas
These people are responsible for the unaliving of 2 13-year-olds and a 7-year-old.
Yeah, but what gangs ain't? Think police officers are responsible for shit like that too.
I guess that coincides with what you're saying is if we're determining what a gangster is supposed to do, that's what gangsters are supposed to do. That's a scary thought. That's a scary
But when you look at it, right, anything can be either good or bad. The police officers can be good, but it also can turn bad. Yeah. You giving high schoolers that been bullied their whole damn life, potential psychopaths, a gun and a badge. What do you think is gonna happen?
That's wild. Do you think the Atlanta Police Department, hold on,